Well, hello, healthcare supply chain friends. Angelique here. And I actually was thinking today a little bit about the procure to pay process. A lot of people know it as P2P here in the healthcare supply chain world. I was doing a training yesterday with our accounts payable team, just a little bit of like a 30,000-foot view of what healthcare supply chain looks like, what are some of the foundational basics of supply chain, why it's super important for supply chains to work as one supply chain team with system office working very closely with the hospital teams and why. But we really got touched on the subject of procure to pay. And obviously, because what does the accounts payable do? They kind of help with that process, right? And when I was speaking at Wishma in Tacoma 2 weeks ago, we kind of deep dived into procure to pay a bit during the conference and when I was speaking up in front of everybody. And we were talking about how vendors can contribute to the procure to pay process. And really, we want them to help us optimize our procure to pay, right? So thinking about three-way match, if you've got your PO, your receipt, and your invoice, or four-way match is really what we want nowadays. We want a price locked in with the contract, a pricing list, right? That's uploaded into our ERP system. We want obviously the PO then to that pricing, to that contract, to the receipt, to the invoice, and having all four of those things match, right? Your contract, your PO, your receipt, your invoice. So then within that, how can vendors help with that process? Number one, make sure that all EDI e-commerce functionality is working between both parties and where are there gaps and where is it not. Like we definitely want our PO confirmations, our invoices to come through EDI. So how can the vendors help to make sure that that's happening and optimize it, right? And then number two, wherever they find gap in the process, like, hey, we don't have a contract with you, but you are buying something on a regular basis. Let's get it on contract. Let's get you a good price for it. Getting us those pricing uploads for supplies on time if pricing is changing. So we have the time to upload that into our ERP system. And then as a vendor, just like making sure that we're buying everything to contract. We're not buying anything outside of our agreed upon contract. And, helping us by showing us data. You've got so much data as a supplier, as a vendor. Help us in that. Like, hey, I see you're buying this off a formulary. Or, hey, I see that you're buying this off a contract. How can I help? And then making sure that you know what our purchase order number is. It's on the invoice when you send our accounts payable team the invoice. And the accounts payable team can then match it up with that purchase order and do that match, right? So that's all part of the procure to pay process and making sure as a vendor you're contributing to the success of that. Because eventually, what would be super duper awesome is, a more automated, touchless order. It costs a lot less money for all parties, and the PO would be in so much better shape. So I'm just throwing that out there today. We've been having lots of conversations about it over the last couple weeks between Wishma conference and our AP team and our buyers and our contract administrators. So something to think about today. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. It's still summer, hopefully sunny and warm. And I can't wait to see you guys again. Have a great day. Bye.